Hey, and welcome back to another episode of On a Mission. I'm your host, Sam Marshall. Today, we're talking money, specifically wealth management, with a money expert himself, Mr. Jordan Lacy with Alpha Wealth Group.
Yes, sir.
Jordan, it's a pleasure to have you on today.
Yep, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Alpha Group, what inspired this?
Yeah, Alpha Wealth Group, what we found is a lot of people focus on one or two different little things, right, in the financial planning market space. Just like realtors or anything else, a lot of people know a lot of people that are financial advisors or planners, and they usually either focus on insurance or investments. And what we've really tended to do is focus on strategy and looking at all those different things. So insurance, investments, estate planning, tax planning, kind of like a general practitioner in medicine, right? So helping people with their comprehensive picture and being able to be a resource to people like that.
Now, you said it's similar to the medical field almost.
Yeah.
Do you see people coming in with like deep wounds, like, oh my gosh, you need help right now, or maybe just a little common cold? It's, you kind of handle everyone. What's your preferred client?
Well, it really depends. A lot of people will come in with a lot of things going on, but what we tend to find is we do these if it's compared to medical field, we do a background test, right? And look at what's going on, what they're doing, and why. A lot of people don't know they have blind spots, so we tend to help them with that, and then help diagnose what's going on with their financial situation. But a lot of times we're actually able to help people out and show them that it's not as bad as what you think. But the key thing is doing those tests and figuring out where you're at, so you know. Because a lot of people think, oh, I don't know if they can ever retire, and it's the same for everybody. Some people could have 500,000 or 10 million. People have the same concerns, right? So what we do is help alleviate those, simplify complex topics, and make sure they feel comfortable about what they're doing in the future.
That's awesome. What would you say would separate you from, I feel like everyone kind of knows someone who's in wealth management in some kind of capacity or another. What's separating you from the rest of the noise? What's separating you, putting you at the top? Yeah,
again, I would say it's a comprehensive approach, really looking at everything and being able to diagnose and have that white glove service, working with other professionals they may already have, like a CPA or tax attorney, things like that. That would be the biggest thing is, building a relationship with somebody and have that ongoing service and really providing value on a quarterly, monthly, semi-annual, annually basis.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Now, you gave me a little bit of some of the backstory. From West Virginia originally, right? Went to school, financial management, right? What really kickstarted? What was the bug? Thought, yeah, I got to do this.
Well, interesting enough, I started off my college career as exercise science. I really loved working out, fitness. I played college football.
Nice.
And
what position?
I played quarterback and then receiver as well. So I've always kind of been in a position where I kind of got to lead and manage people, and also help people balance out. Like if you're in a quarterback or a leadership position, you can't get too high when things are too good. You can't get too low when things are bad. So you kind of have to be level-headed, and that helps in our field of what we do. But really, the first thing I did was wanted to learn about money. Where I came from, a lot of people didn't have money. There was a joke that in 2008, everybody lost all this money from the financial crisis, and most people around me weren't affected at all because they didn't have anything invested. They didn't have anything to lose. Yeah. So I really wanted to learn from a young age of how to grow, how to build business, how people made money, how people were successful, so I could do that and be able to give back. And then I started into finance, business school from exercise science after my first year, and was able to land an internship at Merrill Lynch, and shadowed another advisor and said, look, you get to go around, make a good income, have a good lifestyle, and help people with financial decisions and make a lot of money. Yeah. Sign me up. Yeah. So that's where it all started from there.
I'm sure you get to that moment, right, where it goes beyond just the numbers on the screen, right? But when you're dealing specifically with that person, regardless of their situation, right? Say they're in that bad situation. That's got to be a pretty special feeling, right? To pull someone out of that, help give a little bit of scope to what they're going through, and not just deal with the numbers, but help bring that person out of whatever they're in, or even if not in a bad place, help them get to that goal that they're trying to reach.
Yeah, I would say financial planning and working with somebody like that, it's the money, the dollar, it's a means to an end, right? It's more than just the numbers. It's focusing on the behavior. And you got to think about when somebody has a tough time, we're usually the first people what they call. If somebody dies, they got to make a big purchase, or something happens, they have a kid, or they want to go to school, or whatever it may be. We're the person they rely on. Yeah. So it's a big responsibility, but we really appreciate the opportunity to be able to help people. Anybody in our field, they say you have the heart of a capitalist, or the mind of a capitalist, but a heart of a social worker. So we got to be able to focus on that big picture, but also be able to be somebody that some people can count on.
Love it. There's someone out there listening to this right now, right, who might be in that tight spot or has the goal, wants to buy that boat one day. What's one piece of advice you could leave them with?
I would say the biggest thing is start early. Get with somebody, get your financial education, and learn about money, learn how it works, learn about investing in yourself, and just expand your horizons. You don't know what you don't know. So get with somebody that may help. Either it's online, get started. There's plenty of YouTube courses, people you can talk to, or somebody local in the area that you know and trust, and just start somewhere. That's the biggest thing.
Love it. How could someone reach out to you if they want to help?
They can go to www.alphawealthgrp.com, or we have social media links, Alpha Wealth Group on Facebook, LinkedIn, just about anywhere you can find social media pages.
Love it. Man, well, it was an absolute pleasure having you on the show today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
If you like this and you're looking for more content similar to this, go check us out at Daily News Network. We've got a bunch of other shows for you to check out. Thanks again for coming on the show today. This has been another episode of On a Mission. I'm your host, Sam Marshall. Have a good one.